how much should you pay? That's the question right now, with buyers and investors feeling as though a full price offer is not enough. There's nothing more frustrating than a buyer finding a property that they love and willing to pay the asking price with favorable terms only to have their offer rejected and someone else come in and swoop up that property. At some point, you have to step back and ask yourself, am I paying too much? Is there still an upside when you have to overbid? Joining the conversation is Andy Parker, who's an expert at bidding and is going to share with us a creative solution. Andy, what should buyers do to win the bid? And share a bit about the solution you've come up with to resolve the fairness in competitive bidding scenarios.
Well, thanks, Andrew. One of the most frustrating things there is out there when you are in the market to buy a house is when you find one you like, you get emotionally involved and you get emotionally attached to that. And unfortunately in this market there is multiple offers going on and you want to put your best foot forward. And so if you're in a situation when you end up going highest and best and you have to compete, you're really running blind at that point. And so you put your best foot forward, put your best offer out there, and you cross your fingers and hope you get it. But many times there's people out there that have gone through this process before and they're probably coming in with all cash and they are willing to overbid for it.
And share a little bit about the creative solution that you've come up with. I love this because I'm a big fairness guy. I think that it needs to be fair for everybody. And part of the frustration is you don't know what the other people are bidding. And you're at the mercy of the communication skills of the listing agent, whether or not they're getting back to you in time so that you can communicate it to your buyer and give them a fair shot. What did you come up with?
Well, again, the frustration for an agent comes with having to go back to your client and saying that, I'm sorry, but we were outbidded, or they out-offered us by a few $1,000s. And it's very frustrating for that client to have to go back and have to get the rug pulled out from under them. And so out of that frustration, we came up with an offer platform that doesn't give away your fiduciary. In other words, we don't give price away, but we rank by the price, and it creates the best fair opportunity, the fairest opportunity for the buyer to compete for the property without it being an auction. Similar to an auction, without it being an auction, you have an opportunity here to really compete and put a smarter offer in, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but at least you had a chance to compete.
And for what I understand, the offers are ranked and the top 3 show up, which is quite nice. So if I'm a buyer, I want to see where am I at. I put in my bid. If I'm not in the top 3, I immediately know I need to move my price up.
That's correct.
And I love this situation because I'm a big eBay user myself, and I love the fact that I can immediately know where I stand. I have an auction deadline. If I want to move my price up, I can wait towards the tail end of the auction. I can do it at any time. I'm not sitting around waiting for my agent or waiting for a response. So talk to us about the mechanics. How does it work when somebody wants to overbid a current offer?
Well, one of the most important things about this offer platform is efficiency. So when somebody puts an offer in, you know where they stand and you know where you stand. And at least from a ranking standpoint on price. Terms and conditions are different, but when it comes to price, you know exactly where you stand. And so being able to compete is really important.
So I want to get some other opinions here, both Robert and Kathy. I'd like to know from a traditional standpoint, right? This is not the norm in our industry. What's happening is there's these offer platforms being introduced. Whether they will stick or not is still yet to be determined. I believe they will.